Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Drag Race Season 15.
Thank you.
So we will start with Marsha, because I love how excited you are.
Thank you.
So a New York City Broadway queen. I mean, there's nothing that we like better, right? What did you want to be sure? What kind of Broadway sensibilities do you bring along with your drag? Because we know Broadway is larger than life, but do you kind of have your drag mirroring that?
I would not say that. Oddly enough, I think because theater was such a big part of my life for such a long time, I don't really incorporate it very much into my drag.
Oh, okay.
But I definitely bring that Broadway caliber talent.
I love that. I love that. I can't wait to see. Very interesting. Malaysia, welcome to Drag Race.
Hi, I'm here.
Hi, gorgeous. She's here. I have seen you in Miami and I stood out in that heat, but it is well worth it to see you performing.
Thanks.
So there's so much talent in Miami. How have you stood out in Miami and are you able to, did you want to be sure you brought that to Drag Race also?
Yeah, I think like from the beginning of time when I started doing drag, like my sole purpose of doing drag was to always showcase my art and everything that I love doing. I never wanted to replicate anyone, although I've been inspired by people. I kind of just like I tell myself like other queens can be inspirational, but my drag is always a story and it's always something
I love
that
that.
catches my eye. So I don't necessarily have to be inspired by an actual person. I could be inspired by a rug and say, I want to create something with this. I could be inspired by the sky outside. And like that is what influences my drag. And I think that's what makes me stand apart from like other queens from Miami. And like, I think that's why I was chose to represent.
That's right. That's right. I love that. That's amazing. Anitra, you need to tell me, I've been to Vegas so many times and Vegas drag is wild. How would you describe Vegas drag to people that have never seen it?
Um, I think it's a little bit of everything. Vegas is kind of like a melting pot of everybody's from everywhere. So you have pageant here, you have like club kid here. We have like our bucking divas. We have a lot of Texas girls. So you can find anything here, but I think there's not a lot of places to work, so it is really competitive, but it also makes it fun at the same time.
That's true. I love doing that Fruit Loop when I'm there. That's always a lot of fun.
You know about the Fruit Loop?
No, but
Oh,
yeah,
good fun. I
I
see. I
know.
What's the Fruit Loop?
I do. It's been a long time, but it's since I was there. Lux Noor London, welcome to Drag Race.
Hi.
Look at her, Angel. So you're the youngest queen on the cast this year, I think. So do you think that it was an advantage to you or a disadvantage being young, or do you think you thought maybe you'd have the ability to slip by some of the girls?
Um, what a loaded question. I didn't think that my age had anything to do with how I would perform in the competition, but I definitely thought that I would be able to, divide and conquer wherever I felt.
Not divide and conquer. I love it. I love that. So I think what we're going to do is we'll go around the room and I want each of you to tell me what you wanted to be sure once you were cast, what you wanted to bring to Drag Race and what you wanted to showcase the most about yourselves. Marsha, we'll start with you.
I really wanted to showcase myself authentically at the time I was on the show. Because I feel like a lot of people, when they got on the show, regardless of like who they are, where they are in their career,
Yep.
they look below the bank and just come on. And they maybe like if people had seen them in like their hometown, they wouldn't necessarily recognize them. I wanted to make sure that I was delivering who I was at that moment in my life. And just that I'm super, super handy in a creative space, that I'm really versatile, and I am open for hirings after the show.
I love that. I think you're right. I think that's so important. They blow the bank and act like that after Drag Race, they're not going to be on the planet. I mean, there has to be a life after Drag Race, no matter how you land. I think that's a great point. That's a great point. Anitra, what about you? What did you want to bring to Drag Race?
I think for me, I would also say authenticity, but I really wanted to display my caliber and my talents because we have a lot of them. But yeah, absolutely.
That's amazing. Malaysia, what about you? What did you want to be sure you brought all the way to Drag Race from Miami?
For me, I wanted to bring to Drag Race my perspective of drag. I feel like I say, my drag is my baby.
Mm.
Um, and I care about my baby. So I want to make sure that what I show was, like everybody's been saying, authentically me at the end of the day. And also, like, I want to be able to sit back and feel very comfortable with what I've shown to the world, because, you know, drag is very personal for all of us. Like, we wouldn't do it if we weren't passionate about it or we didn't love it. Like, I didn't come here to be like, oh, I just want to be seen. I want to be seen, but I also want people to understand, like, where I come from and why I love what I do, and this is why I do what I do.
I love that. And I can tell how much you love it when you talk about it. I think that's so important.
Thank you.
Lux, what about you? What did you want to make sure you brought to Drag Race?
I wanted to make sure that I brought myself in every essence. Physically, I wanted to be in the room. Mentally, I wanted to be in the space. But I also wanted to show a different perspective of how you can present yourself to a room and to a group of people and fully represent your understanding of your own talents and your own skill sets, and not ever being afraid to like physically or vocally amplify when you're good at something. You know, I think that especially right now in culture, nobody wants to be the one who is seen as like, I think I'm better than someone. But
Yep.
I don't think that there's an issue with going into a room and being confident in what you present. I feel like I wouldn't have even auditioned for the show if I didn't think that I couldn't defeat anyone who came into the Thunderdome. So I really wanted to show that being sure of yourself really can pay off.
I think so. I think so. I love that. All right, all of you. I'm very happy to see what you all bring to the table. And I just want you all to have a great time. This is a brand new phase in your life. So nothing but the best, and good luck in the Thunderdome.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you.
All the best. All right. Take care.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.